Thank you to Dr. Scotch77 for the follow just a few minutes before we went live. Very cool. And here we go. Dom Jabbar has joined the game. All right, so let's see what leaders end up being available by the time my turn to pick comes around. So, like I said, my first choice is the Beast, and I'm going to pick the Beast. Okay, still waiting for Big Fun to pick a leader. Big Fun has chosen, and we're ready to go. Okay, I was second pick, so that means I am second last to play. Let's take a look at our Imperium row. Okay, we've got some big cards here. We've got Liet Kynes sitting here. We've got Jessica sitting here. We've got Cheney, and then a Bene Gesserit sister, and an assassination mission. Let's take a look at the board. All right, opening up with a Hardy Warriors here for Helena. Choosing to throw in 2 troops. I think that's a pretty decent play because she has the ability to back that up pretty easily if she wants to. I'm not sure exactly what my play is going to be here. It's going to depend on what's left. Okay, Still Suits is taken. So I think that's going to be a wealth play for me. And then it may end up being a Hall of Oratory with that dagger. We'll see. Let's go to Wealth now. Let's get some Solari. And start working our way up towards Swordmaster money. So yeah, given the 5 cost options here, I would be tempted to use my dagger up to Hall of Oratory and get myself up to 5. But we'll see what Dom Jabbar and Big Fun do with their next agents. Okay, Lobo Loco here going in on this conflict. It would be nice to... Second place, honestly, is like pretty appealing here. But, okay. I don't have a great way to get involved. At this point, my only way would be to go to, like, Imperial Basin or Haga Basin. But second place is pretty much out of reach for me anyway. Third place is whatever. It would be nice. I would do it for a troop if I could do it easily. Research station already. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. So that tells me Big Fun is trying to get one of these big cards over here. Possibly even getting an early Jessica. I am going to do the Hall of Oratory move because I think at least hopefully one of these 5 costs will be available by the time my turn comes around. And what I really want is the Liet Kynes. For 2 reasons. One, that Imperial bump would be good for me. As the Beast, I want to get an alliance as soon as I can. And I've already started working on this, so that would be a nice way to kind of accelerate that a little bit. But also the reveal power on this card can be completely insane. At the moment, I don't have any other Freeman cards to combo with it, of course. But that's something that could happen pretty easily. It is possible that, okay, there's a 4, so one of these cards is going to be there for me. We'll see what Big Fun managed to hit with that turn 1 or round 1 research station play. We'll see if the Jessica is happening or not. No. Okay, so I have a feeling my Liet Kynes is going to go away here. We'll see. I mean, the Cheney is also a nice card for sure. Yeah, okay. Unfortunate for me. Oh, actually, I'm going to say that's fortunate. I love Thufir Hawat. Yeah. That is... Okay, I'm happy with that. I'll take the Thufir over the Cheney because I get all faction access, as well as drawing a card on play or getting an intrigue on reveal. That is just very nice. So let's go there. And, okay. Good news for me. So with 3 Solari to my name, I'm still kind of 2 moves away from getting Swordmaster money, right? I would need to go to Wealth again and a secure contract to get to 8. Interestingly, no one is kind of building up for the Sel Melange situation because the water was spent on the research station here. And on Hardy Warriors. Okay. Paul Atreides takes the win. Off to the races with double the amount of victory points as any other player. Terrible Purpose coming up. All right. What are we looking at here? So, I think if I can, I'm going to hit Wealth again. Again, I'm trying to get to an alliance as early as I can. And, I think this is where I'm going to try to do it. I mean, it's obviously nice to... Yeah, there is also this 3 spice to consider. This 3 spice is just sitting there. Maybe I should just take that while it's there. I think I've changed my mind. I think I'm going to do that. There's just kind of too good to pass up. And I'll throw in 2. And, you know, I could do another Hall of Oratory move here if I really wanted to. I'm not going to do that. Water Peddlers Union. Okay, going for the 4 spice here, I guess. Yep. So, I have a bit of a difficult decision to make here, right? I want to use my diplomacy every chance that I get. But this is a good opportunity to go to Sel Melange so that I can get my Swordmaster next turn. Which I've got a dagger coming, so I will be able to do it. So I think that is what I have to do, unfortunately. I don't think I can play my diplomacy. And it has sort of the double bonus of blocking Paul here, who I'm sure is angling for that Sel Melange. I guess it's not a given that I'll be able to get the Swordmaster next turn, because I will be doing a reshuffle, but I have 1, 2, 3 cards out of 10 at the moment that will take me there. It's pretty good odds. Okay, so yeah. The other option is I use the diplomacy and I just plan to go to Sel Melange next turn, but it just complicates things a little bit. So I think I'm just going to do it. Well, I am the first player next turn. I'm just going to get it done. Although, am I going to win a spice here? Probably not. Well, okay, I'm going to hold off. No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to risk it. Not going to risk it. Hey, is that 0? 0 Odyssey 0, or is it just Odyssey? Yeah, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Happy you've been enjoying the YouTube videos, and really glad you could make it here to the stream. Whoa. That is a surprising use of that spice. I was not expecting that. What in the world? What? That was a surprising move. I'm going to take this moment also to thank a few users who have Prime subbed the channel. So thank you very much to Smithy0, Ordy, and Murdaface86 for the Prime subs. I really appreciate that. It's very nice of you, and I notice it. All right, so back to the game here. Yeah, this was a really peculiar move by Lobuloku here to use that spice this early on Conspire rather than... I mean, it gets 5 Solari right now, I guess, right? So it's... I blocked the Sel Melange move, which maybe he was going to try to do. And so he said, all right, fine, I'm just going to get my 5 Solari here. And, you know, move up that Imperial track. All right, so let's reveal. I have 3 to spend. And I think I'll just go for this space travel, which is, you know, it's a nice little card. Takes me to the guild when I need to get there and draws me a card. And if I don't want to do it, it's 2 persuasion on reveal. So nice card to have available. At the moment, I'm in position to actually win this conflict. That would be nice. I'd love to trash a card. I'm not exactly expecting it. Here comes Still Suits, so I'm guessing some troops are going to be thrown in here. Yep. And 1 is pretty much certain to do it, given that I've already revealed. Big Fun has already revealed. But I'm okay with getting a water and spice to just kind of replenish my resources a little bit here. Would have preferred to win, but that's all right. As the beast, I'm pretty happy, just throwing troops into conflicts and making other people spend more than me if they want to win. Look at the cards in here. Holy frig. It makes me really want to get a High Council seat as soon as I can as well. And, there's a chance I could do both next turn. I have the Solari for it. So I just need to draw the right cards, basically. All right, so he takes second place here, picking up a water and a spice. Fine with that. Dom Jabbar takes the lead. All right, next up is Desert Power. Okay. So, I actually do have enough Solari to get both, and I have the right cards. So if I want to do both, I think I should do the High Council seat first, because Big Fun here is potentially going to take it this turn. How do I want to do this? I don't think I need to worry about any shenanigans. So let me just do that. I'm the only one with Swordmaster money available. So we'll get that out of the way. Next turn, we'll grab the Swordmaster, and then we'll see. Sitting at 6 persuasion right now. I could theoretically get to 7. I have actually a pretty decent shot of it if I use Thufir to go somewhere and draw a card. Would love to pick up that Jessica here. So, can I get to 7? Let's say I use the dagger to get the Swordmaster. I'm still at 6. Using the Thufir actually takes me down to 5. So I'd have to draw a convincing argument, or like the convincing argument, or the space travel. So that's a 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chance. 1 in 3 chance. It's not great, but it's there. And if it doesn't work, then, there's still some good options here. So anyway, first things first. Let's get that Swordmaster. Mecha 450, no hat today. No, So I usually like to wear a hat, but today we're going no hat. I have one right here next to me in case it becomes necessary for some reason. Taxes. No hat is against the TOS. Oh, really? crap. Well, this isn't being recorded or anything, is it? No one can watch this, right? This is totally private. Reveals for 5. Okay, well there goes. That's an early reveal. Oh, okay, because of being able to hit 7 and snagging Jessica. Well, I respect it. I respect the early reveal. The other day, the last stream, I did a whole bunch of early reveals. Back-to-back games, I did early reveals, and I won both games. So I would have honestly considered it this game if it made sense. Hardy Warriors is a popular spot this time. Really, only 2 people fighting over the Freeman Alliance here. I am not. I mean, obviously, I would like it, right? But I think I'm gonna go up. It's a bit tricky. Like I want to get an alliance as soon as I can. At the moment, I'm closest on the Imperial track. I mean, I'm 1 ahead. I'm not gonna get this Freeman one. So even though I don't really need Solari so much anymore, this is still, I think, the best option for me, unless I want to start going hard up secrets for some reason. So the question is, do I want to draw a card now to stay at 6 so I can get Gurney? I guess that's what I want. All right, I'm just going to fight up this track here. It's a bit weird. All right, I do hit the persuasion. I mean, it's not like Solari is not useful, right? It's still, you know, it's Mentat money when I want to do that. Rally Troops is not a bad space. You know, I might draw Chom Shares or something. I might end up with a Firm Grip if I'm lucky. So it's not like Solari is useless. It's just not, hey, there's that Firm Grip. I definitely want to get my hands on that. We'll see. The Gurney, unfortunately, is gone. That was what I really wanted. Because the Worm Riders, at the moment, doesn't do anything for me, which is a little bit awkward. So I have a kind of an interesting decision to make here, because Stilgar is a great card. So the question is, do I want Stilgar? Or do I want to get this Firm Grip I was just talking about? Which, you know, helps me get this alliance, and then it pays off once I have it. It's a little bit of a tricky decision here. I'm going to take the Firm Grip. And then let's go Recruiter. Let's recruit. Let's go all in on the troop action here. All right. Taxes. I think people undervalue using Worm Riders as just a card to go places and get 2 spice. You're right about that. You're absolutely right. That is a pretty nice thing to be able to do. Just grab 2 spice in an agent turn. Yep, that is true. All right, so I'm a little bit iffy on the decisions I made just now. You know, going for Going for the firm grip rather than the Stilgar, I think, is a little bit of a sketchy call. But it was just kind of too funny. Like, I was just talking about the firm grip, and bam, it popped right up. So I kind of felt like I had to do it. All right, a lot of spice sitting here. I do have the means of accessing it, so I think, I mean, everybody else does too. So this is definitely going to be gone. Either Dom Jabbar or Big Fun is going to grab it. This is probably going to be gone as well. Fighting over Arakeen. Okay, there goes the Great Flat. How about Haga Basin? Honestly, okay. Imperial Basin is kind of a better deal, really. 2 spice or 3 spice for a water. The 2 spice is kind of a better deal, honestly. But, you know, it's more spice right now. So, and I'm thinking, like I'm kind of eyeing selective breeding at some point, because I have some nice cards in my deck. It'd be nice to kind of thin it out. All right, let's do that. We'll throw in 2. And the next play is, well, we'll see. Could be a space travel, but maybe it will need to be a reconnaissance. Research station play from Paul Atreides here. All right, so people getting their Swordmaster money. I assume Big Fun is going to do the Swordmaster right now. All right, so I think I have to use the reconnaissance. Just to make sure I have somewhere to go with it. Space travel first would give me the option of playing the card that I draw. Well, I guess there are 2 city spaces left, so let's do that one first then. Unless, do I want to save it for some reason? 5. Now, let's use it. See what we get. That's, well, actually that's not bad. That means I can use it. Okay. Okay, so the next play then is going to be Firm Grip. And I'll spend my Solari to go... Where do I want to bump it up? Maybe I should start working on this Freeman track a little bit just to unlock another option there. Probably something I have to do. The alternative would be, you know, going here and working on sort of a second alliance or a second option for an alliance. All right, there goes Stilgar. There's another Worm Riders. But I'm not going to have enough for that. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what I end up picking up from the Imperium row here. This is a nice card because of the access. And the trash is nice, although it's getting a little bit later into the game now. The Freeman Bond, I don't think I have any other Freeman cards in my deck. I don't believe I've gotten any Arrakis Liaisons yet. Yes, I've got nothing to combo with that. Okay, so it's looking like I might get a second place here. We'll see. Do I want to go Conspire for some crazy reason here? It would be nice to get an Intrigue card. But I don't think so. All right. Yeah, I think I want to do that. And just try to open up the siege here. Siege. Siege. Okay. Other Memory is a fine card, just on its own. I don't have any Bene Gesserit cards to combo with it, but, you know, it's play it and draw a card is all right. Reveal for 2 is fine. Would I rather just have 2 Arrakis Liaisons, though? I'm not sure. The Guild Administrator is kind of interesting as well. The trash may or may not be useful. It might get me towards an alliance up there. Don't know if I need it. The reveal is not great. I'll just do that. And I'll pass on the assassination mission and also the Sardakar infantry. All right, second place, more Solari for me. And this Imperial Basin is looking pretty tasty. I doubt it's going to stay that tasty. Sort through the chaos. I wouldn't mind picking up... some intrigue cards here. I don't have any yet, and it just doesn't feel great to not have any. But, okay, so if it's available, I'm definitely going to Imperial Basin. If it's not available, then I think I want to get my alliance so that my signet... Yeah, okay, there goes Imperial Basin. All right, so I think I want to go up here. And maybe I hang on to Thufir to get an intrigue card out of him this round. I think that might be the way to go. It is a reasonable time to do this. And I might get blocked there if I don't do it now. Is anybody else likely to go up to that Imperial spot? Probably not. Let me just do this now. Okay. Sure. Throw him in. Throw him in. Throw him to the wolves. Part of the reason I'm doing it is because I'm planning to use the signet ring. And so, you know, my troops are just made to be thrown into conflicts. That's what they're for. Nobody else has any in the reserve, so I have a reasonable chance of winning here. What? Yeah, I'm definitely going to go up here before I use the signet ring to get the alliance. But I think I'm going to use the fold space and use Thufir for the intrigue draw. And if all goes according to plan here, I should end up with 2 intrigue cards at the end of this turn, which would be nice. Yeah, we'll just do it that way. Okay, alliance secured. More troops loaded into the garrison. Next turn will be a signet ring. We'll see where it goes. It might be to the siege. It might be to Carthage. I mean, you know what? It could even beat a Mentat. If I wanted to get kind of crazy, I could go Mentat, and then I could use my recruiter to go here and get some extra troops this turn. We'll see. If this space is still available, then that's what I think I'll do. Okay, going to the Hall of Oratory. All right. Yeah, this is going to rack me up some extra troops. So I've got, a surplus of Solari right now. So I'm going to do this. And the other benefit to this play is everyone else is going to reveal first, so I can see exactly what I might need to win this. And we'll see what's available as well at that point. It's interesting that this battle has kind of stalled here. People were racing up that track earlier. And no one has claimed the alliance yet. It's still kind of up for grabs. Okay, so that's valuable information. I know that if I want to win this, I need to put in more troops. Shifting Allegiance is picked up. Very nice card. Ooh, a power play. Well, that power play is not going to be sitting there for long. Okay. Guild Ambassador is not a bad card at all. Look at the swords being revealed on this. Oh, wow. Seven strength with one troop in the conflict. That's pretty big. All right, so how bad do I want to win this? I can throw in 2 troops to win it, or 1 to tie if I just want to be crazy. I mean, there are intrigue cards here, right? Paul could still play something there. But let's do this. And I'll put in 2. And if Paul wants to play an intrigue card, he is welcome to do so. All right, we reveal for 5. And I pick up a bribery. That's a nice card to get. Thanks, Thufir. All right, so 5. I think I'll pick up this Guild Ambassador. I have a chance at getting that alliance, and even if not, I don't mind. Sorry. I don't mind that influence or the spice, depending on what I need at the time. And that's going to be that. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so that's a nice card to have as well. Okay, I like having these intrigue cards. You know what I mean? It gives me some nice options here. All right, no faction access this turn. What are we fighting over? We're fighting over Carthag. This is a good deal at the moment, and it looks like it's mine if I want it, which I do. What do I want to use to get it? I think maybe I'll use the other memory to draw a card. Is there any way of getting Spice Must Flow this turn? Probably not. Okay, so there's the Freeman Alliance picked up finally. I'm honestly not sure which one is the best to use right now. This one lets me throw more troops in immediately. But let's hang on to it. What? I just want to draw a card, man. Confirm? Okay. And we'll deploy some troops. Here we go. If I thought there was a chance of getting Spice Must Flow, I would have kept that for the 2 persuasion, but I don't really think there is, considering with the Mentat that I won from the last conflict, I have 4 agent turns. So cards are going to be leaving my hand. I'm not going to have a big persuasion turn. I don't have much card draw. I could have considered going to Research Station. I did have 2 water. Maybe that would have been a smarter play, but I was kind of just wanting to grab that spice while it was there. It just kind of makes me more comfortable having that sitting there, so that, you know, next round, if it's a big conflict, I'll have Hayliner capability and quite a few cards that could take me there. At some point, I'll have to look towards a rally troops, I think. My Solari is starting to... Although, I'm not going to be getting that much more Solari anymore because I'm not really motivated to go up to wealth. So, and I'm going to be spending it like with Firm Grip. Although, maybe not. Firm Grip might be just like Spice Must Flow at this point. Okay, so... let's see how we want to play this. Do I want to draw the card or do I want to get an intrigue card? Because I'm going to one of these 2 cities. And unfortunately, I may not have the opportunity to do both. So maybe drawing a card is the best option to hope I get faction access, since... yeah, let's do that. See what we get. Okay, nice. Let's get some troops. And I can just pour troops in here if I want, but I don't think I need to flood the place. But let's throw in 2. Is that even necessary? Yeah, let's do that. There's an argument to be made there that I didn't really consider it, but maybe I should have thrown in more to see if I could get away with a win while staging an incident. Given the weakness of my opponents here in terms of their troops, but yeah, probably not. All right, an alliance is stolen. Dom Jabbar swiping the Freeman Alliance out from under Big Fun. Paul Atreides here still sitting in the lead. I would say it's looking pretty decent for my win here. I only have one dagger to support that. No, I guess I have two. All right, so I would be tempted to use Thufir for the intrigue card, but I think I want to work towards this alliance so that I can potentially get a sneaky point out of my guild ambassador at some point. Either that or I go to secrets and work on that. That wouldn't be a bad play either. Get an intrigue card and get closer to a victory point there. Also draws me a card, which could be good or bad. That's a tough call. Let me do this. Okay, that's interesting. 2 daggers. Water of Life is a nice one to have in the bank. So I think there's a pretty high chance of a Hayliner being the play next turn. Ooh, reinforcements. Okay, so I actually am going to lose this. Given that, maybe this is the time to stage an incident. I think it is. Okay, where's she infiltrating to? Haga Basin? That's a strange one. Interesting. I wonder why she's so desperate for 2 spice right now. Look at this. Look at the numbers. Holy crap. All right. Wow. Well, I'm assuming that that's a spice must flow. Yeah. Okay. I am not really well set up to buy spice must flows this game. I haven't gotten a lot of high persuasion cards. Okay, I still have a turn left. Unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do with it unless I want to burn this Water of Life right now, which seems not great. Is there any reason I could rally troops, I guess? Maybe I just do that. Yeah. Okay, so I guess I should consider if I want a Water of Life to potentially get a Spice Must Flow right now. But I don't think I want to do it that way because that risks, blocking myself from haylinering. So we'll just reveal. We have 5 to spend. None of it is super exciting. I think it's just going to be a Freeman camp. Aha. Aha. Well, at least that's showing up pretty late in the game. Okay, well, I think this is the time to do this. Let's just stage an incident here, and we'll tie for third. Nobody's gonna get that last spice. Sorry, Helena. Well, sorry, she wasn't gonna get it anyway. It's hard to tell right now whether Lobuloku is like really thinking about whether or not to play this card, or if he just doesn't realize the game is waiting on him, because this is a part of the UI that is not the greatest. It's very easy to not even know that the game is waiting for you to play your entry card or not. All right, so let's take stock here. As far as the victory points goes, it's very close. It's still anybody's game. I've got a nice little pack of resources here. My Solari is starting to dwindle a little bit. We'll see whether I want to use the firm grip to increase influence. Probably that is what I want to do. When I get the chance, we'll see. Definitely want to save 2 for this bribery. All right, here we go. So Paul ends up winning that, taking, already in the lead, but now further into the lead at 7 points. Okay, so here's a battle that, I would like to win. I could just lead it off immediately with Hateliner and just say, try me. I think that's probably the way to go, rather than risking a secret spice here from Big Fun. So let's just do it. Let's send the space travel up here, and let's go for it. And we're just going to throw them all in. All the way in. I could potentially hit this alliance this turn, but I could do it in a couple of different ways. But at the moment, there's a chance I could get Spice Must Flow here still. I also have the Water of Life to back me up if I need it. All right, so there's a couple things I'm looking at. I'm looking at working towards grabbing this alliance, but there's no way for me to get it this turn and have 3 spice left over. Well, is there? No, I can't go to this space, unfortunately. How bad do I want this great flat? It would be nice. If I use the Water of Life, I could theoretically get a card that would take me there. Because I want the spice. I also need this point. Grabbing a Mentat wouldn't be a terrible idea. Taking the Spacing Guild, or I could get some spice out of that as well. Tough decisions here. I'm going to go this way. Okay. So I'm doing that to get that point, and also just to get that extra intrigue card to kind of guide my decision making for the rest of the round and the rest of the game. And also, you know, hopefully make sure I can get this. It's looking pretty solid. And actually, now that I look at my numbers here, if I win this, and buy Spice Must Flow, that's 10 points. So that's good. 10 points is good. Winning the game is good. Okay, who has a power play still? Am I at risk of losing this? Not this turn. Big Fun is the one who has, like, giant Sand Riders. Okay, at least they're both in the discard pile. So I don't have to worry about some just, like, crazy, out of nowhere sword fest to take this away from me. So that means... Oh, I can actually also get... I can get this alliance right now. I can send the guild ambassadors somewhere, like, even if it's Hall of Oratory. I could go to Mentat if I wanted to. Okay, I can't go to Mentat. Can't go to Rally Troops because I need the Solari to activate the bribery. So that means it's going to be Hall of Oratory here. Just because I want to play the ambassador. Right? Because I can't get the spice to trigger the point that way, but this is honestly just as good. So let's do that. I'll take that point. And I'll hold for now. Won't tip my hand. I don't want people to know that I have this alliance right now. Is there any reason for me to use this Water of Life? I don't think so. I already have enough for Spice Must Flow. I'm not going to get enough for another Spice Must Flow. The only reason to do it would be to maybe get another intrigue card on reveal that could potentially be helpful. You know, get a few more swords in there. 8 points, 9, 10, 11. It's looking pretty good. So this is probably both unnecessary and pointless. Does it cost me anything? Not really. The only reason not to do it would be if like losing that one spice would cause me to lose a tiebreaker. But the only person I could conceivably be tied with right now would be Lobuloku, who has more spice than me as it is. If I happen to draw Thufir, whatever intrigue card he might get me could theoretically be useful. So I guess I'll just do it. There's no point saving it, right? The game is over here. Whether I win or lose, the game is over. So let's just do it. Okay, there's the Thufir. Let's bribe the guild. Let's reveal. Well, I might as well use that, I guess. And we'll get a Spice Must Flow. Almost able to get a second one, but not quite. Get the Kwisatz Haderach just for laughs, I guess. Actually, no. We won't. So the reason I opted not to get the Kwisatz Haderach is just like, it doesn't help me at all. And what if a Chom Shares pops up and someone buys it and it gets them an extra point somewhere? It's just not worth messing around with it. It's looking good. I was one persuasion off getting 2 Spice Must Flows. That would have been fun. All right, no need. Victory is mine. And any endgame intrigues? I don't think there's any way it could happen. At most, Paul could get 2 points somehow. All right. Game over. Victory belongs to the beast. Oh, I hope my uncle will be proud. All right. Yeah, we'll load up another game, but I'm going to take a short break. So stay tuned. I'll be back in about 3 minutes for one more match of Dune Imperium Digital. All right, welcome back to the stream, Dune Imperial Digital with Bludgeon. And waiting for one more player in a live game. Will be good to rock, and it'll be good to roll. Why only rock? Why only roll? Another draft game here. I'm not sure which leader I'd like to play this game. Any preferences from the viewers? Any leader that you would like to see? I don't know if it'll be available. We'll see what gets picked, but let me know if there's anything you're sort of leaning towards, you'd like to see me play. Because at the moment, I really don't have a preference. Man, have any of you tried the skirmish that's happening right now? It's pretty crazy. It's like the conflict deck is just randomized, so you can get a level 3 conflict like turn 1. It's hard. Okay, all leaders are available for me. I have first pick. All right, last call to tell me what you want me to play. I'm not going to play the Beast. I'm not going to play Ilbon. Maybe we'll make it a Harkonnen. Helena. I use Helena a lot for the skirmishes and stuff, but I haven't had a lot of luck with her against people. Harkonnen Baron? Okay, let's do it then. Boom. Let's take a look at the Imperium row here. What do we got? Ooh, an Opulence. An Imperial Spy. A lot of access cards here. All right, so I think I'll choose the Emperor for one of my secret influence points. And then... either Freeman, Bene Gesserit. Freeman kind of makes sense, obviously, to unlock the siege early, but I kind of like the theme of going Bene Gesserit. All right, so I want to go Emperor. And... let's just do Bene Gesserit. Let's just do it. Okay. Okay, well... I would love to get an Opulence. So you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I might do an early reveal and just snag an Opulence. Not right now, right? I'm going to use my Seek Allies first. But yeah, I think I'm going to Seek Allies to Wealth. If I can. You know, we'll see what's left here, but there's a decent chance it's available. And then just early reveal for Opulence, man. I mean, how thematic is that? I mean, who is more opulent than the fucking Baron Harkonnen? N7MGM. It's an interesting name. I'm pretty sure I've played a game with Binjie before. Secure contract. Okay. I mean, this is something I would like to be involved with, you know, some free Solari out of here. Not free, but it would be good. But I'm doing this. Getting the Solari now is also nice because it's going to allow me to power up my Signet Ring if I choose to do so. It feels bad to not use the diplomacy, you know, go to secrets. But no, it's Opulence, baby. Look at that meal. Look at, what is that? Is that a hologram? What is that orange thing? Is that like a chandelier? I don't know what that is, but there's a lot of opulence going on. They've got like the garden maze in the back. Boom. Gimme. Gimme that. It's a little ridiculous. But sometimes I like to be a little ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, let's start thinking about next turn. There's not going to be a lot going on. I'm going to be using a signet ring. I am going to have to start working towards Swordmaster, obviously. The sell melange option is not really going to be an option for me, so I'm probably going to have to go to secure contract. We'll see. There might be a build up here I can snag. All right. So the Imperial Spy that just got picked up is going to fight me a little bit for the Imperial space, but at least it's probably just a one-time use. Raid stockpiles. Okay. Okay, so we'll see if the beast wants to grab this. If not, I will. If he does, then I'll probably go to Imperial Basin. Okay. I think I'll throw some troops in here. All right, and I am going to take an intrigue card because I just want to make sure... Oh, that's interesting. I just like having those early. I'm going to throw in a couple troops. I have 2 daggers to back me up on that play. So, we'll, you know, hopefully I'll at least get second. I'll be disappointed if I only end up with third with that. Unfortunately, I'm not in any position to angle for Liet Kynes here, who I would like to get. But that's just not in the cards, so to speak. The Dispatch and Envoy here, let me consider if that's something I want to do this turn. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. Because I don't really have a lot of great other plays. We'll see what everyone else does. You know, maybe I want to do a reconnaissance. But otherwise... You know, it might not be a bad idea to just kind of push myself up this track a little bit, because as I said, I know that I forget who it was, but somebody picked up an Imperial Spy here, and I don't want to get overtaken on this track. I want to dominate this track. Let's roll, Rick. So there's an argument for using it. There's also an argument for just kind of hanging on to it when it's something that's more critical. But I'm also considering just going to, like, secrets, or, you know what? Even a selective breeding. Wouldn't be... No, that would be bad. I'm saving my spice for Sal Melange. And also, I don't want to draw an opulence when I can't actually use it for the money. But secrets could be interesting. All right, so that blocks me there because I was leaning towards wealth. But now that I can't do it, do I want to push more this way? Or just go here, grab some secrets. There's no massive hurry on this, but with the Baron, I could see myself in a situation where I'm kind of like stuck on intrigue cards. So rather than getting another one right now, just kind of use one. I've already kind of invested in this. I could push in one more troop and try to make sure it happens. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it at 1. I'm not going to use that. And with my 1 persuasion that I'm going to have available, we'll see if I can pick up Dr. Yue, who I like. I like him, and he doesn't like me, but he does what I tell him. We'll see. We'll see if Paul decides to really fight me on this. He could. He could throw in 3 troops here, and on his next turn, you know, go somewhere else. For some reason, I didn't even notice this space sitting here with 2 spice on it. Well, would I have gone there? I think I would have considered it because I'm planning to go to Stel Melange next. So, like, filling up first to maximize my sort of efficiency on that would have been a decent play. But for whatever reason, I just didn't even really see it. I do have to be conscious of my garrison so that when I want to trigger my master's stroke, I'm able to do it rather than like just throwing my troops in piecemeal. I have to be careful there. But all right. Come on, Doctor. Yeah. Your poor Wana wants you to do things for me. She says you better do what I say. All right. It's looking pretty good here. Paul has 6 cards in hand. What does that mean? Leto with triple the victory points of every other individual player. Changed his mind on the secrets. Rechanged it. All right, so next turn, obviously, the plan is to sell Melange and get a Swordmaster if I can. It'll depend on the draw. But that's what I'm looking for. All right, there goes the Yet Kinds. This Emperor track is being fought over a bit more than I would like. Power play sitting there. That would be a nice card. All right, we've got some tasty spice. So I have a lot of spice to sell here when I do go to... Okay. As I was saying, I have a lot of spice to sell. Now, unfortunately, that is also sort of like sellable spice. Now, I don't have a green card to get to Swordmaster. I could potentially get one with Refocus. Okay, he's going to secure contract. So Sell Melange is open for me. So I'm going to do it. And we'll sell it all. And I'm just going to use this right now and see what we get. Unfortunately, it's not a card that's going to take me to Swordmaster. So that's a bummer. I am rolling in spice. And I'm going to be rolling in more Solari here too. I mean, I could just like get crazy and spend 6 right now, but I'm not going to do that because I do have other things to spend Solari on still. So this is going to be going to wealth if I get the chance. Okay, here it is. Yeah, I don't think it's quite the right time to be feeding the opulence in terms of getting points out of it yet. I think I want to make sure that I'm fighting for that track up there. And you know, I can just stock up the Solari and, you know, get the points out of it later. I think this diplomacy is going to go to secrets. I don't really want to draw a card at the moment because... I mean, I guess I could. It's just that none of them will really do anything for me. Oh, never mind. I have another agent. Okay, so it's reveal, and that's going to be a power play. Quite happy to get my grubby, fat little fingers on that. So it's getting to the point where I'm going to want to set myself up to be able to master stroke. Now, obviously, Hayliner does that by itself, even if I have nothing in my garrison. Once again, I'm nowhere on this Freeman track, which is, you know, it's not ideal. You want to get at least the point and then unlock the siege, obviously. But I've got other things going on at the moment. So next turn, I'm looking at Swordmaster and High Council. Okay. Mecha says, does Master Stroke work if you deploy 2 troops with 1 agent and then 2 troops with another agent? I assume no. No. Because if you look at the... All right, I'll show you in a second. But basically, it has to be in 1 turn. So 1 agent is 1 turn. The other agent is another turn. So it's not the same turn. No one's going to grab that Swordmaster before me. There's no rush to do it. I could do something else first if I want. What would I like to do other than that? Maybe it's time to start kind of unlocking this a little bit. Bing, bing, bing. Yeah. Or do I want to get... I want to make sure... Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm in position for that alliance. Okay. I'm rich. The Freemen are filthy anyway. Who needs them? Just the desert people. Who needs them? Okay. So now I've got to get my Swordmasters. Let me just do that. I'll grab an intrigue card along the way. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, all that huge amount of Solari is going to disappear pretty fast. I was a little concerned that Rick C was going to grab the High Council seat there, but he decided not to do that. So that opens it up for me to grab this turn. It doesn't give me a great target for my persuasion. I mean, the Freeman camp is nice. And the other memory is fine, though I don't have any other Bene Gesserit cards to combo with it again. Okay, let's just get this done. Ooh, is that going to be a spice must flow? Yeah. It feels weird just being nowhere down here. I mean, I'm nowhere on all three of these places. It's so funny how this game goes, you know? Every game is different. You just never know how things are going to go. So, with my master stroke, this alliance is already set up to be taken. I'm not in a good spot with this one. The power play will help. Is that the alliance there? Yeah. Nice. So, I mean, I think it's going to be the Freeman camp. If it's still there. I don't exactly have a ton of surplus spice at the moment, but it's a better reveal than the other memory in case it comes down to that. And, you know, maybe I get a good chance to use it for the troops. For the troops! I wish I had 2 more spice right now. Not that it's like really Hayliner time. You know, typically like round 7 is when that starts being a big deal. Thufir, Thufir. Wouldn't mind grabbing a Thufir, that's for sure. So looking at my next turn here, you know, I'm not going to draw one of these cards. It might be time to start getting points out of that opulence. Okay, Thufir is not going to be working for me this game, unfortunately. Oh, boy. Okay. Leto really wants control of Imperial Basin. All right. Well, Imperial Basin belongs to Leto. We're now looking at a guild bank raid. Okay, there's the power play. So the question is, where do I want to send the power play? So the card I didn't draw is the Opulence. I could just send it down here. No, I can't. I'm thinking of sending it this way and trying to get that alliance. That is where my master stroke point is. It's here and it's here. The question is, do I want to go to selective breeding? What would I trash? I guess I have cards in my discard I could trash, so it wouldn't be a terrible time to do it. Maybe I even go to secrets first, then go to selective breeding to get myself ahead, and ignore another conflict. Okay, I'm going to do that. Nice conflict cards building up here. Now, I know that I'm drawing Opulence next. The question is it time to try to get a point out of it? It probably is. So getting a Spice Must Flow here would be nice as well, but there's kind of no way for me to do that, really. So I'm thinking it's a good time to go to selective breeding, get myself 1 point off of both of those alliances, and maybe get them both in one master stroke. Let's go ahead and try that plan. We can lose... I think maybe it's time to lose a dagger. Yeah, let's get rid of a dagger. Oh, and that gets me to Spice Must Flow money. Beautificent. Okay. All right, so you've got 2 secret points coming out this turn. Well, one is not so secret. I'm sitting at 9. Yeah, because I mean, I do have an agent left, so you know, I could use my reconnaissance, which maybe would work. Yeah, if I go to Arakeen, I have a 4 out of 5, 80% chance of drawing Persuasion, which would still let me get a Spice Must Flow. Oh yeah. I think that's worth doing because that's going to set up my master stroke. I can get 1 troop and just not deploy it. So it's just, if I draw the dagger, it's really going to suck. But I've got to just take that risk. Okay. Whew. And we're not deploying any troops. Opulence plus spice must flow equals 2 points. All right, so let's just go ahead and do it. We'll grab that point. We'll grab the spice must flow. And there we go. Now, how am I going to get those 4 troops out in one go? I guess it has to be with my Freeman camp, right? So unfortunately, that's going to eat up all of my spice. But it's kind of the only way. I don't have a lot of water this game because I've just been ignoring those stupid desert people. There's probably only like 35 of them anyway. Any way for me to get another spice must flow this turn? Well, I guess that I'm looking to kind of win this conflict, I suppose, because I'm throwing in 4 troops. I want to grab these alliances right now before somebody else pulls some sneaky move on me. I think that's the move. So I'm going to be feeding Binjie a bunch of more spice here, but he's sitting on a whole load, so to speak, of the stuff. But yeah, I may not get another chance to master stroke, so I think now is the time. And this is the only place that I can do it. So let's do it. Yeah, baby, let's do it. Do I want to put in... I could put in 5 troops there. Would that make more sense? I'm fine with that. That's a lot of points in a short amount of time. Oh, that's quite interesting. Okay. All of a sudden, the Baron is rocketing into first place. Unfortunately, I don't have any Solari to feed to my Signet Ring. That would be ideal. So I could actually send my Signet Ring up to Secure Contract and get an intrigue card out of it that way. The only issue is I'm already sitting on 3 cards. So getting another intrigue card right now is a little bit dangerous with secrets being open. Well, okay, it's less dangerous now. It's still a little bit dangerous, right? Somebody could have an intrigue card where it's like recall one of your agents, or your agents don't get blocked. Okay, are you fighting for this? Are you going to steal this from me? There's nothing I can do about it right now. Okay. If I use Dr. Yue, could I draw anything worthwhile? Possibly. Let's see what we get. 2 convincing arguments plus a Hall of Oratory will be a spice must flow. I'm just going to throw in one more and see how things go. I have this rapid mobilization I can use if I really need to throw in a few more. Alternatively, I have some combat cards to, you know, support this battle. What is this 17 Solari for? Okay. So how bad do I want to fight over this single point? I guess kind of bad, right? Because I'm going to get a Spice Must Flow. That'll put me at 9. I'm not really close to my 10th point, though. Yeah, this is the play. And then I'll wait again, because I can do that during my reveal. I think it makes sense to do it. I probably won't be able to get a Spice Must Flow next turn. I won't have the Solari available to power up the Opulence. So it's going to take me a little while to get to that 10th point, right? I have 1 Diplomacy, but I can't get a point here. I can't get a point here. But I still think I'm already this invested. Okay, what does that mean? Recalling an agent. Going to Hayliner? Oh, dear. How many are going in? Just 1? What? That's interesting. Okay, 4 swords here. So I would have to put in all 4 of these troops to beat him now. So, is it worth it to blow this and all of those troops? He's sitting on 5 intrigue cards also. It's possible he just blows me out of the water anyway, even with all of this. I could just blow everything and still lose the 1 point. But alternatively, I hold it. I try to win the next fight, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to win the next fight with all of this. These are going to both be in the action. Fuck it. It's a lot to invest for 1 point. I'm not sure if that was the best idea. 18? Holy crap. That spice is flowing. That spice is absolutely pouring. So we'll see if any intrigue cards get played here. It's sitting on 5 of them, so he's motivated to burn them, right? I don't know. I don't know if I like that play on my part. Okay. Which one do I want to use here? Let's do this. Okay. So the sequence there was interesting, right? Because the 3 strength one theoretically could have worked. But I was thinking if he then plays another one that I can't beat, I can retreat a few troops, you know. Whatever. Okay, so there goes those intrigues. Wow. Wow. Intrigue cards being burned up. So this is, you know, I'd like to win this, but it's not looking very winnable. So maybe what I do here is use the opulence to collect a bunch of Solari. Get me closer to... Closer. I'm just thinking about getting my opulence point again the next time it comes through. Is there a way I can get to Spice Must Flow money somehow? Possibly if I go get a water and then go to research station. It's probably not. It's probably not going to do it, right? But I'm just getting myself closer to a point here, kind of. It may have made more sense to try to go for that one instead, but I like having the 2 water available for research station play. All right, well, it's not going to happen this turn, but maybe next turn. So given that, what do I want to do here? Oh, you son of a... Okay, well, I have to protect that alliance. That makes that decision pretty simple for me. You know, I would have liked to have gotten the victory point out of opulence, obviously, this round, but that just kind of wasn't something that I could feasibly do. You know, I'd have to go to Haga Basin, then sell Melange, but I don't have the cards to support that plan. You know, I could have theoretically used my reconnaissance to draw a card, and maybe that would somehow make that work, but you know, if I lose this point in all that messing around, then that kind of defeats the whole purpose of it. So I think better to just secure that alliance, build up some Solari, which maybe we'll end up paying for that if it comes around again. Otherwise, that's useful. I could rally troops, I could mentat, but probably I'm going to try to save it for that opulence coming back around again. I think it probably will. I don't see the round ending immediately, but let's see what happens here, because if maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe that alliance is just gone, because if he wins this fight, I'm hoping somebody stops him, because if he wins this fight, then he takes the alliance from me, which is painful. So that may have been kind of a waste, honestly. But, maybe Leto wins it. He could put in 3 troops. If he wins it, he could steal that Freeman alliance. We'll see. Is he putting troops in? Throw him in. Throw him in. Yeah. Okay, here comes some more troops. Okay, well, at least they're going to spend a lot of the resources on this. There's not a lot that I can do about it. Is it worth me getting this spice right now, or do I want to save my water for research station? Unfortunately, reconnaissance can't do anything. Maybe I just grab secure contract here. If I get that, that's 3, 4, that would be 5. It's not enough for a Hayliner. Yeah, I think I just need to get the Solari. And just, look forward to my opulence coming back for me. I don't know. Having 8 Solari allows me to do like a mentat and have enough for the opulence. Like, I may not draw it, but there's a reasonable chance. I do have the water for the research station. I am going first next turn. I really don't want to lose my alliance here, but it looks like I will. I'm getting this game and the last game mixed up. I'm like, where's my firm grip? Don't I have a firm grip in here somewhere? I do not have a firm grip in here somewhere. I have a loose grip. The High Council. Okay, so unfortunately, it looks like I'm about to lose my alliance, unless, he might decide to take the Freeman alliance instead, or, we'll see, but... Okay, do I want any of these things? I'm considering grabbing the Arrakis Liaison to increase the chances of getting a Spice Must Flow. The only issue is it decreases my chances of drawing opulence. I'm going to do it. I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but I'm kind of diversifying a little bit, I guess. Maybe he wins that. No, he doesn't have any combat intrigues. Chom shares. Okay, nice. Not sure why you would play it right now, though. All right. Well, I'm sure he's going to take my alliance because I'm sitting on 9 points. So... No? Wow. Okay, that's a pretty weird decision, I think. Okay, there's the opulence. That's great. But... how do I also get a spice must flow? I guess it's by going to research station and trying to pile up some cards. I think that's what I have to do. Because I don't think 10 points is necessarily enough here. I wish I had a troop to throw in here, but I don't. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. So I have enough persuasion for Spice Must Flow. Paul Atreides winning this is totally fine with me. As things stand, although, you know, he could get to 10 points this turn. If he wins this, gets a point here, that's 10. If he also manages to buy a Spice Must Flow, that's 11. So things are a little scary here. What do I want to do? I guess I would like to get this point down here somehow. But I don't have a way of doing it. If I send a signet ring to... I could send a signet ring to Mentat or to Arakeen to draw a card. And maybe I get the diplomacy. And maybe that lets me get that Freeman point. I think that's what I have to do. Is there any difference between going to Mentat and going to diplomacy here? Going to Arakeen. This lets me get in the conflict. Not that that's really likely to make much of a difference. Going here lets me draw an intrigue card also. I don't really need the extra action. The reason this lets me draw an intrigue card is I don't have to spend Solari on the Mentat. So let's do that. Let's draw a card. Okay, that didn't work. What does this do? Whatever. I don't think there's really much point in deploying any troops here, because the round is going to end this turn, and I'm not... Well, I guess there's no point in not deploying them, so let's go. Okay. Is there anything else I can do beyond just revealing? I don't really want to reveal early if I don't have to. So just to, like, delay things, I guess I could send... You know, I could send a Dune up here to secure contract or something. No way of drawing any more cards. So unfortunately, the dream of getting that Freeman point is not happening. Actually, now that I think about it, if I can, I'm going to go to Imperial Basin and grab a couple spice in case it comes down to a tiebreaker. In case it comes down to a tiebreaker between Rick and myself, I need that spice. Is there any reason to go to secure contract instead and throw in the reinforcements? It'd put me to 8 strength. I maybe get second, which would get me an intrigue card and 2 spice, which would be the same as this. The intrigue card could matter. I'm not likely to actually end up with second. Maybe I get third or maybe tie for third. So, no. We're going to go for the spice tiebreaker in case that ends up mattering. Who's I going to give a spice to? Red? Doesn't matter. All right. So now the problem is, I mean, it's not really a problem, but theoretically, if Leto were to win this, then I'd be in trouble because he'd be at 11 points with 8 spice. But there doesn't seem to be any way for him to do that. He's already revealed 1 intrigue card. It doesn't look like Rick is... Well, maybe. 3 cards in hand. Maybe Rick is able to buy a Spice Must Flow this turn. Oh, I just got Spice from my Spice Must Flows also. Okay. Well, anyway. Let's do that. Let's do that. And let's hope... Let's hope it's enough. So as we get to the end of the game here, let me just thank everybody for watching here live on Twitch. Thank you for watching on YouTube. If you've been enjoying this stuff, throw me a subscribe. That would be helpful. And let me know what you think of the games. Let me know if you like my decision making, any places you think I could have done something differently. I mean, whatever, I'll play it. Sure, why not? And yeah, so I'm streaming here live on Twitch. In terms of Eastern time, Sunday evenings and Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. Rixie takes 2 victory points, goes up to 9, and does have the end game. How many points does he get out of it? Nothing? Unfortunate. All right. Good game. It was a close one. Look at that. 11-9-9-6. So that is 2 victories today. So actually, I'm on a great hot streak. Last stream, I played 2 games, won both of them. Today, I've won 2 games that I played. And so, yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. It's a nice hot streak here. We'll see if I can keep it going. Obviously, you know, it's not going to keep going forever. When you're playing 4-player games, only one person can win. So we'll see. We're at a 4-game winning streak. We'll see how far we can take it. Thank you, everybody, very much for tuning in once again. I will see you next time. So that'll be Sunday night, Eastern time, 8 p.m. Otherwise, check out YouTube, youtube.com/@BludgeonTV, or just search Dune Imperium Digital and you can find me there. That'll do it for today. Thanks very much for tuning in, everybody. Maniac, good to see you. Mecha, good to see you. Taxes, good to see you. Odyssey, good to see you. And we'll see you all next time. Goodbye. À bientôt. Merci beaucoup. 下次见. Bye bye.